Former Commissioner for Information in Edo State says zoning is the same as federal character principle. Only selfish people say it is unconstitutional. Afuegba said zoning means the same thing as federal character, and only aspirants with selfish and egocentric interests would say that there is no such provision in the Constitution. Section 14 of 3 of the 1999 Constitution stipulates that the composition of the government of the Federation or any of its agencies and the conduct of its affairs shall be carried out in such a manner as to reflect the federal character of Nigeria and the need to promote national unity and also to command national loyalty, thereby ensuring that there shall be no predominance of persons from a few states or from a few ethnic or other sectional groups in that government or in any of its agencies. The cable had reported how Atiku Abubakar, former vice president, while meeting with a group asking him to run for president, said there is no provision for zoning political offices in the constitution. However, in a statement on Sunday, Afuegba, who was the spokesperson of the Atiku Abubakar presidential campaign organization during the 2019 general election, said those saying zoning is not in the constitution are only trying to be clever by half. I've read some aspirants talking about the absence of zoning in the Nigerian constitution in order to serve their selfish end and contest the 2023 presidential election against the run of play. They have resorted to making references to the 1999 constitution to support their weak argument against the zoning of political offices. The statement reads, it must be stated unequivocally that zoning means the same thing as federal character, which is expressly captured in the 1999 Constitution. The federal character talks about the political balancing of positions and appointments, which is the same thing as zoning. Zoning means divide into or assign to zones, positions, and appointments, whether by way of election or appointment. For those who are declaring that there is no zoning in the Constitution, why has it been the practice that each time a candidate emerges from the north, his vice presidential candidate comes from the south, and vice versa? The Senate president is also zoned to another geopolitical zone, ditto for the Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives and even the Secretary of the Government of the Federation. If there's no zone, these positions could have been centered in one geopolitical zone. But for the federal character provision in the Constitution, which is similar to zoning, we have made it a point of duty to observe zoning. In a plural society like Nigeria, given our diversities, one cannot do without zoning and power sharing, no matter how nepotistic the Buhari presidency is. It has observed the principle of zoning positions to create some level of balance. I'm aware that President Buhari's style has been skewed in favor of his northern zone. The media owes it a duty to educate Nigerians on the therapeutic effort of zoning and applying the doctrine of federal character, which has been in place since the independence of Nigeria. It is an attraction we cannot run away from given our peculiarities, sensibilities, and equivocation. As a party, if you choose not to zone by way of balancing the algorithms, take all your candidates from a section of the country and let us watch how your political fortune pans out. Those who are reading the Constitution upside down or trying, as it were, to twist the logic of zoning to suit their bulbul egos are only trying to be clever by half. The facts of the matter do not support their illogic. For our diversities, the heterogeneous configurations with several nation states within the nation, the zoning principle has to be deliberately applied to create the required political stability. Anything short of the application of this doctrine will be unconstitutional and a clear abuse of the principle of the federal character which is enshrined in the 1999 Constitution, rather than continue to dwell on the impropriety of turning logic on its head by the political ambition of our brothers from the north. It will make for good judgment for them to bury their ambition and support the southern zone to produce credible candidates for the 2023 general election. Afuegba also said it is the inalienable right of the southern part of the country to produce the next president adding that ignoring such will spell political doom for the country. Kazim Afuegba is a chieftain of the People's Democratic Party (PDP). We recall last week when he told Atiku Abubakar, one of the PDP chieftains who is aspiring to become president, also former vice president of the country. Atiku Abubakar is one politician that has contested in uh, most of the elections in the country. He's giving it a shot different times, and he's been told that there's nothing wrong with it. That even Buhari tried a couple of times before he eventually won. Well, Afuegba came out straight to him that he should go and rest and he should stop being a perpetual candidate. What that means, what Afuegba is telling him invariably is that if you try again this time, you will not win. There's no point. You're just going to be a perpetual candidate who always shows up. Everyone is always looking out that you're going to show up, but at the end of the day, you will not win. Afuegba talked about his age and other issues. But right now, Afuegba is even speaking directly to him again. They are from the same party. Afuegba has been attacked and accused of anti-party activities because it looks like he's not in the PDP, but he's part of the PDP and he's been told that if you want to leave the party, you can as well do that. You can't be in the party and fighting the party members or speaking against the party. Well, Afuegba is telling those who are saying that zoning, there is no zoning in the constitution. That zoning is the same thing as federal character. As bad as President Muhammad Buhari's government is, that how come the presidency, both president and the vice president, they are not from the same region? The president is from the north, the vice president is from the south. Now, if you look around, that they tend to share this thing based on federal character, and that is the same thing as zoning. That those who are saying that there is no zoning in the constitution, they are only selfish people, and they are only just saying that to suit themselves and also to get away with it. Directly, this message is going to Atiku Abubakar, because we know it was a former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, while he was meeting with a group asking him to run for president. That was when he stated that there is no provision for zoning political offices in the constitution. Afuegba is coming out to him. This statement was just released on Sunday yesterday to Atiku Abubakar. So he's telling Atiku Abubakar that he's a selfish politician. Anyways, Nigerians, it's not like Nigerians are ready to vote for Atiku Abubakar. Nigerians have still got their reservations for him. Probably that's the reason why Atiku has not come out. He's not made his intentions known yet. Everything we're seeing is just still based on speculations and his support groups that are going on, but he's not come out officially like Bola Tinubu that he wants to run. We'll see how all of this plays out and if he's going to respond to Afuegba. Leave us your take. Thank you once again for staying tuned, and please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe till I come your way again with more updates. Bye.